everybody and welcome back again to Let's Play God of War. We're here in Konungsgard and we're currently trying to, well, first of all, try to find the keystones to get into the palace or fortress here in Konungsgard. And while we're at it, we're also trying to free the dragon. And yeah, I mean, the three quest markers are all kind of close to each other. And hopefully I'm actually going in the right direction here. So we have one of the keys here and two more of the shrines over here. But yeah, let's just continue and let's see what we can find. I mean, I'm not sure if I've been over here. It's maybe where I came from. It's kind of hard to tell. This is just rage and nothing else. Okay. Oh, that sounds like Dark Elves. It is! It is Dark Elves. What are you doing here? I mean, I guess the runestone we just read did specifically mention that apparently the dragon might attract Dark Elves. Alright. There's actually quite a few of them here, so maybe I'm finally going to use my rage. This should also protect me against the stupid dragon electricity, I suppose. Alright, stop trying to escape from me. Okay, you're almost dead. Let's make sure we finish off this guy first. Oh, well, I gotta evade this one. Okay, I think we are good, but we have to be careful about the dragon. The dragon is still trying to attack us. And I guess now I can finally pick up the rage over here. Okay, let's quickly pick up all of this loot. And, okay, this is another one of the shrines.
One more to go.
Okay.
You enjoyed freeing them.
Still think that's the right thing to do.
Yeah, the dragon is not exactly helpful though. Anyway, I think I saw the stone. Yes. Over here. Let's grab it and let's be out of here.
Why does the this armor so badly? What's so special about it?
There are many legends behind the Dve Grathikar. A suspicious amount of legends, which makes confirming anything about this particular armor difficult. But the one constant among them is the ability of the armor to offer ultimate protection.
Ultimate
A useful attribute for an unpopular king, you see.
Yet this plagued land is all that remains of him. This is why you do not trust legends, boy.
Well, what can you trust?
Yourself, your eyes, your instincts. Blind trust in a legend is a gamble, and rarely does it pay off.
If you say so.
But I thought the Dwarven King was missing like one particular ingredient, so he never actually managed to craft the armor. Anyway, I feel that the final seal has gotta be somewhere around here. I mean, we might be able to use this to go down. Let's see. Okay. Oh, we're back here again. And where is... Well, it might be somewhere over here. I don't think I've been here before.
Ready yourself!
No, clearly I haven't. Yep, there's the final seal, I would say. Okay. Looks like we destroyed all of them. And now we just have to go back to the place where the magical chain is anchored, right? Okay,
Atreus, here!
Let's see. Was it through here? I don't remember, but let's find out. Okay, I hope we're going to be safe in this part of the map. Right, my quest marker is over here, but I mean this is probably just the gates of Konungsgard. Where was that magical chain? Surely this has got to be somewhere around here. Okay, it's over here. Let's see. Can we go up this way? Yes, I think we can. Okay, here we go.
Yes, sir.
Let's free the dragon. There we go. Dragon. Oh. You're not going to be ungrateful?
Look out there!
There we go. Achievement unlocked. Dangerous skies. Scale of the Mighty. Epic enchantment. High perk activation chance. Grant a boost to strength and a burst of health when Kratos' health drops to a critical level. Oh. That's pretty neat. And a dragon tier. I'm sure that's gotta be useful for something. Alright, looks like we freed another dragon. Regin was captured by the Dwarf King and forced to act as sentry of Konungsgard. He's not very good at it. There are monsters everywhere. I guess that's what happens when you force a dragon to stand guard against his will. The Dwarf King must have wanted to capture these dragons for a different purpose. Clearly. I mean, presumably he needed the ingredients, like the dragon's tear, for example. Right. How do we get back? I don't know, but apparently I didn't pick up this the last time. Okay, I see the altar over there for the keystones, so we must be getting close. I think this is the way. Yes, it is. Okay. It's not that easy to navigate these places. All right. Keystone.
We're in.
We're in indeed.
Okay. Here we go.
Explore the stronghold. Sure. Let's take this.
It's kind of run down in here.
What did you expect?
I don't know. Less ruin, I guess? Maybe the throne room's in better shape.
I mean, I don't know for how long this has been abandoned, but clearly no one has
Do you hear that?
No. What do you hear, boy?
Crying. And screams.
Okay.
Large crowd of people.
Just old spirits, I suppose. Leftover victims of the Mad Dwarf's reign. Still, that's rather ominous.
It is rather ominous. So, a bunch of people probably died here. Anyway, I think there was like another room back here. So before we go deeper into the stronghold... Oh, it's not just a room. There's another shrine. Okay. Let's have a look at it.
Another one here.
Stargather. Wow. That's a lot of arms.
That's fair to say.
6, 7, 8? Could he shoot 4 bows at once?
More of a swordsman. He did only have the 2 eyes.
It looks like Thor cut him down to size.
It's what he does.
Interesting. I have to admit, I'm not all that familiar with that story, so I can't really tell you anything about it. Starcarter, a giant with 8 arms, swinging 4 swords until Thor chopped him up. Why did the gods gang up on him? Yeah, we can see Thor and Odin over here. Huh. He looks funny though with all of his arms. But yeah, I can't really tell you more about this, I'm afraid. Maybe Mimir will tell us more about it. Then again, we know that Mimir doesn't always have the most excellent stories. So. Who knows? Mark of the Element, Epic Enchantment, increases the rate of permafrost or immolation gain by 7%. Stacks up to 21% maximum. I'm finding a lot of really good enchantments in these last few episodes. Okay, this looks like a dead end. Okay, so this is just the room we saw earlier. Let's try to go back there.
They're getting louder. They sound almost like...
Oh. There we have another one of these weird knights and their giant swords. Okay. I think a bit of rage is going to do a good job on this guy. Oh, look at that. I can even use special attack on him. Alright. We broke his armor. Now we just have to finish him off. Oh, and I totally didn't see all of you over here. Okay. Alright, I need a different weapon for you guys. You can have that.
That was a lot of Hellwalkers.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, look at this. A blood trail.
A blood trail. Okay, hang on a second. Hell Traveler. We can whittle down his armor if we stay close and dodge his strikes, but when he charges up his sword for an overhead strike, it's time to move. Alright. Okay, first of all, let's grab all of this. Grisly Trophy. Deadly Grips of Vitality. I probably have a better grip by now. More regular armor shards, and I'll pick up this as well.
Look down there.
Okay. Don't need this. Huh. I guess this is supposed to be the throne. Well, we can do something here. Oh, I see. The trail of blood is leading behind the throne.
Where's a passage behind this throne?
The blood
A
looks
secret passage.
pretty fresh too.
Well, wouldn't be a proper throne room without a secret passage.
Oh, well. He looks like he's dead
Motzognir.
for a while. The blood definitely looks fresher than the corpse. Okay. Ultimate sacrifice. Screams of the innocent. Dragon's fury. So that's the stuff that you took from his armor. Motzognir, the Dwarf king, one of the sons of Ivaldi. He ruled over humans both in Veithogard and Konungsgard. He was a good king at first, but then he started having dreams about his people dying. For some reason he thought forcing them to hunt deadly beasts was the way to save them. He captured 3 dragons to harvest their fury, killed innocent people to harvest their screams, and was then killed by those very same people when they returned as Hellwalkers. That created ultimate sacrifice. We can use these 3 ingredients to create some kind of legendary armor. Okay, so the reason why he couldn't find the final ingredient is because he had to die for it. The ultimate sacrifice. Well, that is poetic, I suppose. Oh, I see. So the grip is actually for my blades. But I think I'm going to keep my current one. Anyway, we got something to read over here.
Boy, over here.
Huh. Interesting. I may want to write that down.
Let's have a look at it. A king's last words. Tragic that my failure becomes apparent as the life flows out of me. The gods came to me as I slept and demanded retribution for my father's actions in Niflheim. My people, they who entrusted me to keep them safe every damn night, visions of them mangled by all manner of beasts. Only I could protect them, and only through building the Dvagredirker. I captured every deadly beast I could find and set to building myth. The dreams were very clear about the first 2 ingredients, dragon's fury and screams of the innocent. Though many were sacrificed capturing the dragons and the innocent screams were far worse than I ever imagined, all of it was for the greater good. Of the 3rd ingredient, my dreams were vague. Ultimate sacrifice is all they would say. I hoped that forfeiting my morality during this damned search would be enough. Now I see it was my own sacrifice that was required. Like my father before me, I've been such a fool. Motzognir, son of Ivaldi. I mean, again, you might say that his attempts to change the fate that he saw in his dreams was what caused the fate, his people dying in the first place. He wanted to protect his people, but he did so by killing them, so it's kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy, I suppose. Anyway, I guess we have what we came here for. Is this like an alternate way outside? It is.
The things you pulled from him. Those must be the 3 mythical ingredients Brock was talking about.
I can say with utmost certainty that I've never laid eye on a stranger set of objects in my life.
How are Brock and Sindri supposed to build with whatever they are?
Don't count the dwarves out, lad. They're right pricks, but they're resourceful. They once made an unbreakable chain out of little more than a cat's footstep and bird spit.
That doesn't even make sense.
Well, that's the legend. If you wanted sense, you shouldn't be talking to a severed head.
Good point. Good point. But I would actually like to see these objects, like in their physical form. Prometheus Flame, heavy runic attack. A deadly slam attack that creates a small tear under up to 4 enemies before summoning a large pillar of flame beneath them. I kinda like it. I mean, once I upgraded it, it might be better than what I have. The thing that I don't like is the very long cooldown, so I'm not sure if I'm going to use this one. I will have to look at that later. Okay, so I guess this is how we get back. So why did we need those 3 keystones when there was like an opening in the back? Oh, I guess we still might be inside, like the fortress. Yeah, looks like it. Oh, hang on a second. What do we have here? Wind of Hell, first of all. And it probably has something to do with these runes over here. Do I actually need to use... Yeah, I need to use the axe. Is this one that is going to vanish after a while? Yeah, it is. So I have to be fast about this. Right. Well, how exactly is this supposed to work, though? I put this into this one. Oh, that is something. But, I mean, I'm going to need another Wind of Hell in this one too. Oh, this is going to be difficult. This has to be timed, like, very, very precisely. Or can I make it stop when the rune is on this side? That would be ideal, right? But it's always going to stop with a rune on the wrong side? Ah, there we go. That's much better. So, we got 2 runes, but where is the... Oh, I see. This one has 2 runes. Okay, I mean, now it's hopefully going to be a little bit easier. Okay, let's maybe start with this one over here. And now this one. Okay, was I fast enough? Yes. Noise. Sturdy relic of frenzy.
I wonder what this place looked like in better times.
Coningsgard was a beautiful land in its heyday, before the Dwarf King's obsession poisoned his mind.
How could he let that happen?
The dwarf blindly trusted in the legend and pursued it without thought to the consequences. This is the result.
Trust is a gamble, like you said. And the Dwarf King lost.
I think, Kratos, you made your point about never trusting anyone. Okay, I think we're done here. So how do we get back? Oh, let's see. Is there going to be... Yep, there's going to be an enemy. I can't even properly see what enemy it is, but... Oh, it's at least 2 of them. Okay. Oh, I see. It's like a bunch of Draugrs, but the strong versions of them. Alright, let's make sure we don't get cornered by them. Alright, we have already defeated like 1 of them. Maybe we're going to take care of the one that's already more damaged over here. Alright. Well, there we go. Now let's pick up all of this. And let's close it here. Pure Essence of Realms. Nice. And Dust of Realms. Yeah, I'm collecting a bunch of pretty good materials here. Okay, now we are back at the gate. But I mean, do we want to use the gate? I think we can actually use the gate and just travel back to the Temple of Tyr, because that's where we have to return the favor, right? So yeah, let's use the gate here. And let's travel to Brock's shop, which I guess is now Brock's and Sindri's shop.
Amir, what else did the serpent tell you when you spoke? Kinda sounded important.
I'm sure it's nothing. He just said the boy seemed familiar to him.
Me? That's impossible.
Oh, I quite agree. Unless, perhaps, he refers to something yet to be. It is said that when Jormungandr and Thor battle at Ragnarok, their clash so violently shakes the Tree of Life that it splinters, casting the serpent backward through time, even before his own birth.
What?
That is madness.
Well, I did say not to concern yourself.
Yeah, that is kind of strange. Serpent's history. Jormungandr the World Serpent has already fought Thor in Ragnarok and was knocked back in time to now. That or Mimi is insane. I wouldn't rule that out. Alright, here we are.
You boys look right beaming. Well, the squirt does. Can't see squat behind that frizzled fuzz you call a beard.
Well, I mean, you have a beard yourself, but I suppose yours is a little bit better kept. But yeah, we found Koningsgard and the legendary armor.
We found the materials. But they're so weird. How do you build a piece of armor out of something so...
None yet.
Nanya?
None your fucking business. Trade secret. We got our ways.
Oh.
Okay, Fire of Ares. Heavy runic attack. A slam attack that sends out a fiery wave. But didn't you tell me you would have some armor for me? Let's talk again.
Something else we can do for you?
Nah, just glad you guys worked it out.
Ah. Well, I could say the same to you.
Ha!
I guess I was getting a bit full of myself.
Told him what he needed to hear, how's it sounds to me.
Just the same. I'm sorry for how I spoke to you, Sindri. Do you forgive me?
Already have. Like you said, it all worked out. Now, let us get back to work before I get sentimental.
Okay, so he actually did apologize. That's nice.
Better not be fighting with your brother again.
Just because he's gotten a little less annoying over the years doesn't mean I ain't got a customer base of my own to keep happy.
Oh yeah? Who's that?
Well, you came back here, didn't you?
Fair point.
I mean, we are basically your whole customer base at this point, right? I haven't really met any other living soul except, well, Freya and Balder. Everyone else was pretty much dead, so not much of a customer base around here.
Come on in, then.
But yeah, can
So
you...
much for peace and quiet.
Brock's Royal Dwarven Breastplate. Sindri's Royal Dwarven Breastplate. Okay, so Sindri is focused on runic and cooldown, and Brock on defense. Interesting. Yeah, strength and defense seem to be Brock's speciality, and Sindri is runic, although this one is pretty strong on defense as well. Okay, I will have to experiment a little bit here. You know, craft the armor, put some enchantments inside, upgrade it, and then see what I prefer. I mean, I don't have to create like all three of the same set. There isn't like a set bonus, is there? So I could take some pieces from Brock's armor and some from Sindri's armor, because you know, they work better when they are combined as a pair. Okay. And yeah, this is a new pommel which I probably don't need. But yeah, I I will take a quick break here and I will start to experiment a little bit with these new schematics. And I will bring you back once I have decided what I want to craft. And we have some time left in this episode, so maybe after that we will return to Muspelheim and do a few more challenges, because I don't really know what else to do at the moment. And I still want to finish these challenges, so this might be a good time to do so. But yeah, I will spend some time looking at these stats, and I'll bring you back once I'm done with that. Alright, I am back, and as you can see, Kratos has a shiny new armor. I crafted a complete set for him, and if you're interested, I went with Sindri's breastplate and Sindri's waistguard, but Brock's gauntlets. So it's a bit of a mix between Sindri and Brock. And I was able to upgrade 2 pieces. I think I'm missing some ingredients to upgrade the waistguard. But still, I think it's a pretty good armor. Mostly focused on cooldown, but runic and strength is also pretty good. I'm not quite happy with my vitality, but I guess I'll have to live with that. And also, as you can see, pretty much all my enchantments are epic. So I think I'm hopefully well prepared for whatever is coming next, and maybe I can at some point upgrade the waistguard as well. But yeah, let's go to Muspelheim and let's perform another trial or challenge or whatever. Or maybe 2, depending on how long it takes. So let's use Yggdrasil to return to Muspelheim.
Oh, you're right. Now that we got the key, we can open that big door anytime we want. Let's explore.
The big door? What big door are you talking about? For now, let's just return to Muspelheim. Let's see. Jotunheim, Alfheim. Well, at some point I may want to return to Alfheim as well. But for now, let's go to Muspelheim. I went in the wrong direction. I should have just used D. Okay, let's travel.
He's so desperate to find a way into Jotunheim anyway.
He's convinced the giants hold the key to changing his fate when Ragnarok comes. They are the Aesir's oldest enemies, after all, and it's their army that's supposed to do him in the end. But more than that, he covets their gifts of prophecy. He wants to know what they know and see what they see. So much suffering could have been avoided if his insatiable curiosity was not so much stronger than his wisdom.
What do you mean?
Ah, remind me to tell you why they call him the Lord of the Hanged.
Well, I can tell you that. It's probably the most well-known and significant story about Odin. Odin and the Jötnar. Odin's interest in Jotunheim. He fears the giants at Ragnarok and wants their prophecies of the future. Giants are the best at prophecy? Ask Mimir later why they call Odin Lord of the Hanged. Well, I mean, in short, it's because he stabbed himself with his spear and hung himself from a tree. It's part of the Poetic Edda, the Havamal. I can even recite like a few lines from that verse. In English, that is, in the English translation. I wouldn't dare to touch the North version, I would just butcher the pronunciation, but the English translation goes something like this. I know that I hung on a wind-rocked tree 9 whole nights, with a spear wounded, and to Odin offered myself to myself on that tree of which no one knows from what root it springs. And I used to be able to recite a few lines more, but I'm not sure if I would get it right. But what you can gather from this little excerpt is that he hung on a tree, the wind-rocked tree, of which no one knows from what root it springs, which is probably supposed to mean Yggdrasil, even though it's not specifically mentioning Yggdrasil by name. However, the name Yggdrasil itself is probably a reference to this poem, because Ygg is another name for Odin, and Drasil means horse. or in this context, it's probably supposed to be a metaphor for gallows. So Yggdrasil basically means Odin's gallows. So why did he do that? Why did he hang himself from a tree? Well, it was basically a sacrifice. I mean, if this game got one thing right about Odin, it's the fact that he was always looking for knowledge. And apparently there was this concept that in order to gain knowledge, you have to perform a sacrifice, or you have to make some kind of sacrifice for it. We can see that, for example, in the story of Odin sacrificing one of his eyes to Mimir to be allowed to drink from the Well of Wisdom. So first he had to perform a sacrifice, and then he was able to, drink from the well. But since he wanted even more knowledge, he had to think of like an even greater sacrifice, and preferably to an even greater being to, gain more knowledge. So he obviously was faced with the dilemma that, what else could he sacrifice after already giving one of his eyes? And more importantly, who would he sacrifice to? I mean, who do you sacrifice to if you are already the highest being? That's a bit of a problem, right? So the poem answers this problem with the line, "And to Odin offered myself to myself." So basically, he sacrificed himself to himself, since there was no one higher that he could sacrifice to. And the whole method of, stabbing himself and hanging himself on a tree is probably an emulation of like traditional Germanic animal sacrifices. So when they would, kill an animal for a sacrifice, they would hang the dead animal into a tree in their holy grove or whatever and just leave it hanging there for a while. So that's probably the meaning behind this whole, I hung myself from a tree for 9 nights. And what did this do for him? Well, as the poem continues, while he hung there for 9 nights without food or drink, he was able to peek below, which means he was able to see like into the underworld or maybe Niflheim. There might be the implication that he kind of died and was able to see into like the world beyond the world of the living. And in doing so, he was able to see the runes being revealed to him. So he memorized the runes, and then eventually he fell down from the tree and woke up again. And now he had knowledge of the runes that he could pass on to humans. So that's the origins of the runes explained. Odin didn't exactly invent them, but he kind of discovered them by putting himself into this kind of trance-like state. That's probably another theme of the story, is that in a lot of cultures you have this concept that you can induce a religious trance or religious visions by subjecting your body to physical stress or fasting or something like that. And that seems to be another motive of this story. I mean, in many cultures you kind of do it by like excessive dancing or psychotropic drugs maybe. So there is some vestigial shamanic elements in the story probably as well, that Odin kind of put himself into a kind of trance-like state to induce visions, in this case visions of runes. But overall it's probably supposed to be like a pastiche of Germanic animal sacrifices, the whole hanging yourself into a tree. And yeah, that's why he's called the Lord of the Hanged. And he's basically the hanged one. But yeah, I guess we can use the portal to get back to where we left off last time. And I guess that it's arena number 4, right? I mean, it's gotta be. Let's find out.
So why do they call Odin the Lord of the Hang?
That refers to a modest example of Odin's thirst for knowledge. The time he spent 9 days a dead man. Aye, hung himself by the neck from Yggdrasil's branches, put his spear through his own side and bled down into the Well of Destiny. He roamed the realms of the dead and plundered the world tree of its secrets, until I think, quite rightly, it got fed up with him and sent him back to the land of the living. Did I not mention he was barking mad?
Well, I mean, for once, Mimir's story is actually sort of correct. Odin spent 9 days dead, hanging from Yggdrasil, the world tree, for the wisdom of life and death and destiny. He goes really far to get what he wants. Yeah, I would say for the most part, Mimir's tale is correct here. I don't really agree with his conclusion. You know, his conclusion that he is doing that because he's mad seems to be kind of superficial. There is a historical and cultural context for that, as I explained, you know, the sacrifice, and that you have to perform a sacrifice to gain knowledge, the idea of a spiritual trance to induce visions and all of that. There's a little bit more behind this than just he was mad. But I kind of wanted to talk about Odin a little bit more in general. There just wasn't like a good time to do so until now. So maybe I will spend some time at the beginning of the next episode to talk a little bit about Odin, because there isn't much time left in this episode, and I did promise you some trials, but where exactly do we have to go here? I mean, presumably in this direction, since we already cleaned out this arena.
Atreus, to me.
My hands are so sweaty I can barely grip the bow.
Well, my nose itches.
Well, tough luck. I'm not going to scratch your nose. Okay, here we go.
Found the next sword.
Alright, let's see. What do you have in store for us? Yeah, let's just go straight to the right. Defeat 100 enemies.
Oh, you meant the boy, of course.
Why would you even assume I was talking to you? Okay, sure. 100 enemies it is. Let's go. Maybe I should stay back for the moment and just let Atreus take care of it. I mean, it doesn't look like there's an actual timer on this, which means I probably just have to stay alive long enough to kill 100 enemies. Okay. Let's do it. Okay, now we're suddenly coming out of the ground. I see. I mean, as long as we're only talking about Draugrs, this shouldn't be so difficult, but I'm guessing they will eventually bring out the bigger guns. Okay, another Draugr over here. $91 remaining. Oh, I see. We have like a traveler over there. Okay, now it's starting to get a bit more difficult. Oh. He's trying to charge me. Well, let's see. Maybe I can get rid of the Draugrs first, and then we will take care of the knight. I just can't stay still for too long because he's surprisingly fast if he wants to. Okay, looks like we have defeated all the Draugrs, so now let's deal with the knight. Oh, well, here he comes again. Yeah, he's surprisingly agile for someone who is all decked in armor. May wanna retreat here for a second. Oh, this might not have been a good time for a runic attack. Okay, but we have already removed his armor, so let's go and finish him off. Okay, apparently we are back to Draugrs now. Right, let's do it. This rune is for you. And let's try to cut him in half. There we go. And we still have one of them remaining over here. And there we go. Where's the next? Okay, here we go. Apparently we're back to more Draugrs. Okay. I can handle Draugrs. There we go. 80 remaining. Still a lot. But we're not doing bad so far.
A few extra to deal with back here.
Okay, it's even more Draugrs. Let's use a rune on this guy. And oh, I can finish him off. Throw him into the lava. Oh, and this one actually hit me a little bit. Let me retreat for a second. Okay, now let's go back into business. There we go. And finish him off. And more Draugrs. And more Draugrs. Ooh, okay. 71 remaining. And it's more Draugrs. Oh, you totally evaded me. But you won't be able to get away from me forever. Okay. Is that another knight? Yes, it's another knight. Okay. Are you all on your own? Oh, it's two of them. It's two of them. That is just great. I may wanna use some rage on these guys. Okay, let's focus on one of them. Okay, at least we can finish off one of them, and we might be able to finish off the second one too. Almost. Oh, careful. There we go. Give me all of that. Oh, and now we're talking about some of these hellwalkers here. Alright. Time for the blades. Okay. And apparently we're back to normal Draugrs. Okay. Going to push you off the ledge. And what do we got here? Okay. More dodges. Apparently, someone is shooting at me. This one over here, probably. And maybe this one too. Okay. 45. Almost halfway done. Okay. Careful. Someone is trying to shoot me somewhere. 50. We're halfway done. Okay. Ah, I see. You are over here trying to shoot me. And now we're dealing with some ogres here. Okay. I mean, should probably try to grab one of them. Let's do it. Now I can use you against your friend, maybe. Okay. You are dead. But this one is not quite dead yet. Oh, there's another one. Holy hell. Holy hell. Okay, let's be careful here. And oh, I can grab you. Let me grab you. Do we have any other enemies around somewhere? Doesn't look like it. Okay, in that case, I'm just going to kill you. Hey! Yep, they're stepping up. They're stepping up their game. And they're not really giving me a lot of health triggers, so I guess that's the main problem here. So I guess it's like the main challenge here. Not taking too much damage. Okay. So first of all, we are back to Dwarf again. That should be too difficult. Okay. Another one over here. And yep. There's more. Quite a lot of them. Ooh. This challenge is taking longer than I expected. Yep, I can see it. Another wave. Okay, let's get rid of this guy over here. And more Draugrs. 30 enemies remaining. Uh-oh. Now they're really starting to come in large numbers. Okay. You are dead. Oh, look at this guy over here. He's slightly stronger guy, so let me take care of him first. Okay. Careful. Careful about this one over here. Okay. Oh no. Oh. Let me get away from this guy for a second. Okay, now we have another rune available. I think I would like to make use of that. Yeah, I kind of wanna deal with this one first. There we go. And now this one over here. Okay, I saw like a Hellwalker somewhere around here, but seems like we already took care of him. Oh, well. And got another ogre. Alright, here we go. I can weaponize the ogre. And oh, we have another knight over here. Okay. I will hit the ogre against the knight. Okay, that worked out pretty well. And this one actually left some health crystals for me. Okay, let's quickly pick up all of this. Okay, 18 remaining. 18 remaining. Are we able to do this? Okay. Got more Draugrs over here. Someone trying to fire at me? Okay. We're going to be next. And do we still have one of the frosty guys around here? Not really, but I mean I can use the blades on these guys as well. Okay, oh dear, we already have the next wave coming. And oh yeah, there's also another knight. I guess more rage would be a good idea here. Hopefully we will be able to finish off the knight. Yep, there we go. Okay, 6 more enemies remaining. I have some more rage left. Where's the rest of you? Okay, one guy's over here. And just 2 more enemies. 1 more enemy. And it's just a Draugr. I can do this. Okay, there we go. Yeah, this was actually not quite as difficult as I thought it would be. I mean, it was kind of long, but I think I was never really in any danger of failing this challenge. I always had a good amount of health. Okay, well, here's my reward. And I guess that's going to be my only challenge, because this episode is already getting longer than expected, because I didn't expect a challenge that would take quite that amount of time to finish. So let's call it a day for today. I will maybe be doing more challenges in the next episode, but I will also be telling you a little bit more about Odin, some historical and linguistic context maybe. But for now, I think it's enough. So as always, thank you for watching, and see you again next time.